On November 2015, Nacey Bromet, a 37-year-old woman from Sunrise, Florida, set out on what was supposed to be a cross-country trip to Bakersfield, California, with her boyfriend, Julio Jesus Cruz, a long-haul truck driver. They were traveling in an orange 18-wheeler truck with Florida plate F3171P. Nacey didn't bring her own phone, so all contact with her family was through Cruz's. On November 17th, 5 days into the journey, Nacey called her father from Cruz's phone, sounding distressed and saying she wanted to go home. Her father urged Cruz to take her to an airport so she could fly back, offering to buy her ticket. The last thing Nacey said before the call abruptly ended was, "Well, what do you think?" When her father called back moments later, Cruz answered and claimed Nacey was sleeping. She was never heard from again. Cruz later told family members they arrived in California on November 19th and that the next morning, November 20th, he dropped Nacey off at a shopping center in El Centro with about $40 to shop while he finished deliveries. When he returned roughly 2 hours later, he said she was gone. Her family reported her missing on November 22nd. Nacey's loved ones say this behavior was out of character. She struggled with addiction, but never went more than a couple of days without communicating with them. Her bank account has not been accessed since her disappearance, even though her disability payments continued to be deposited. Despite Cruz's claim that she was left in El Centro, there's no solid proof Nacey ever made it that far, and investigators have few credible leads. Authorities in El Centro describe the case as open and active, but no confirmed sightings or major breakthroughs have come forward. Nacey would be in her mid-40s today. At the time she vanished, she was about 5 feet 2 inches, 150 to 165 pounds, had brown/hazel eyes and brown hair, and was last seen wearing a black and white shirt with blue jeans. She also had several identifying tattoos, including a tribal design on her neck and religious imagery on her legs. If you have information, act. Now, this isn't just a cold case on paper. Nacey has a family who still wants answers. If you saw anything unusual in the El Centro area around November 19th to 20th, 2015, or if you have any information related to her disappearance, law enforcement urges you to come forward. El Centro Police Department phone 7603-522-111. Case number 5E-35187. Every detail matters. Even a tiny clue that seems unrelated could help unlock this mystery after nearly a decade and a half of unanswered questions.